Hi, and welcome to Moving Forward. Today's program is going to be dealing with children and nonviolent communication with children and listening to the child in each of us, because that's an important part of our human behavior. And with us to help teach this technique is Rick Longinotti. He's a marriage and family therapist. He works here in Santa Cruz, California, and he teaches nonviolent communication, which is also known as compassionate communication. He works with couples, families, individual men, and I just really want to thank you for all the work you do in our community and for being here today.
Nice to be here.
Great. We were going to start with just some quick examples of how teachers, caregivers, parents might respond to things, that kids do. So we're going to just come right out of the box with a role play here. And
so
Dad,
you're going to be the child.
Dad.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to bed in there. It's too dark.
Okay. What do I say? So I want to go inside for a moment, because as a parent, our first instant response might not be the one that we'd automatically want to choose.
But Dad.
Yeah. The instant response would be, "You'll be all right. You'll be all right. It'll be fine."
I'm too scared. I hate it in there.
Yeah. So I need to go into myself and think of what's going on with me, because now I'm starting to worry that my evening is getting crimped. Here's my child not wanting to go to sleep, and I want some time by myself. Or
can I get in bed with you?
Yeah. So this is what's going on in my head. How can I make a response?
There's funny noises in there.
First, I'm just going to listen. So tell me about it. You're worried because there are the noises?
There's noises and it's dark, and I'm not going in there. Can I be with you? Can I come out?
So you're scared.
I'm totally scared.
Yeah. Yeah, you look really scared.
Yeah.
Should we go in there together and see
No,
what's
I don't want to
making
go
the
in
noise?
there. Can I go to your bedroom now?
You want to go into my bedroom.
I want to come and sleep with you tonight. Is that okay?
Okay, now I have to think to myself, because I got all kinds of reactions going on, like, yeah, but when she comes in my bed, I don't get a good sleep because she's kicking and moving, and I'm just waking up during the night, and then I can't go back to sleep. So I have all this going on, and what do I say? So I'm trying to find the win-win situation here. So, you know what? I would like to say, yes, come in my bed, only
Okay.
it's hard for me to sleep when you wake me up. So how about if you come in there?
I'll be still.
Yeah. Well, how about if you come in there for half an hour, and then we'll go back in your room?
Half an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So in this example, you can see how much is going on within in order to determine my own needs. And this is where parents don't always have that awareness, like, what am I needing? We react and we're kind of automatic in our responses, but we really need to tune into ourselves, and we need to do it quickly sometimes. So fortunately, the same issue comes up over and over again when you have children, so we do have time outside of the moment and to really get in touch with, well, how does that work for me, having my child in my bed? What needs of mine are met or not met in that kind of situation? What are the strategies that will work for my child as well as me? And then, I tried to model just being transparent with my needs. When I responded to you when you were playing the role of the child, I tried to say, well, but I wake up during the night when you're pushing and moving around in bed, because we don't often do that as parents. We don't tell our children,
details.
This is what happens to me. We often come from a position of authority and say, well, no, you need to do this, or I want you to do that, but we don't tell them the reason behind it. And when we tell them the reason, we're really inviting them to empathize with us.
Right.
We're actually building their capacity to understand another person, their parent. And when I look back on my parenting, I regret that I didn't do more of that, because, I came more from the authority kind of thing. Well, it's going to be this way, or it's not going to be this way. But I didn't invite them to understand why and what my needs were all the time.
Yeah. Let's think of another one. How about the picky eater kind of thing?
Go.
So Ooh, I'm not going to eat that.
You don't like that.
No.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, would you make me some spaghetti?
You know, I'd like for you to have something that you want to eat. It looks like you're hungry.
I am hungry.
You know, but I've spent already an hour making dinner.
But I can't eat that. It's horrible. I'm not going to eat that.
How about this? Do you want to go over there and see if you can make something for yourself?
I'm hungry now.
You don't feel like you're able to do that?
No, too little.
Yeah, you need some help?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You make spaghetti with me?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to eat my dinner, and then after that, I'm going to help you. So I'm really hungry now, too.
So I just watch you eat?
Are you sad about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, think about what you want, and then after I eat, I'll be in a better mood to take my time, and we'll make something together that you like.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Well, once again, I had to look very quickly at what my needs were, you know, because my instant reaction, if you want to know the truth, was like, oh my gosh, I made this for an hour and you're not going to eat it? I'm not doing anything for you, you know. So I had to honor my own needs. Like, I really am tired. I did put effort into the dinner. I don't want to force myself to do something that I really don't want to do. And so I had to quickly come up with a strategy that I actually felt comfortable with. Now, our comfort levels might be different, and you know, you might have a different strategy. But the important thing is that we're paying attention to ourselves as well as the child, and not only inviting the child to understand us, but we're trying to understand him or her by an empathetic guess at how they're feeling and what they might be wanting.
Right. Let's take a look at how compassionate communication is used when children may want something that we don't even have.
Well, we don't have any here. We don't have any in the house. Have some Nifty Krispies.
No!
Have some Nifty Krispies.
No!
Now you're acting like a baby. Well, I wish I had some for you.
I want them.
I hear how much you want them, and I wish that I had a giant box of them that could just magically appear.
I guess I'll just have some.
Okay.
My mom really wants me to have it.
Yeah.
Only she doesn't have any. But that she wanted me to have it, it was enough.
And you know, for the mom to be able to do that, she had to feel pretty solid about herself. She had to feel really okay that she didn't have any of those in the house. She wasn't blaming herself for not having them. You know, she had to feel okay that the child was disappointed.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just go crazy when our children are disappointed. We think they'll never survive that disappointment, you know. But no, the mom was okay. The child is disappointed. This is a human kind of reaction. And so she was able to just say, oh, you really want that. And her own calmness and demeanor showed to the child that, oh, well, mom's calm about this. This feels like a real crisis to me, but look, mom's all calm. I guess mom can handle it.
Yeah. Because I think also when she responded in a negative way at the beginning, oh, you're just acting like a baby. You know, that kind of violent,
Shaming,
punitive language is something that we all are familiar with, familiar with.
Right.
And so let's try another one, Rick. about pushing parental barriers or boundaries around.
Okay, we're going to do another role play?
Another role play,
And
yeah.
you are?
And I'm, Dad,
Yeah.
why can't I wear makeup? April wears makeup.
Huh. So other classmates are wearing makeup and you like to look like they do, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, I know some of my friends have push-up bras, and I'm not asking for that. I just want to have makeup. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that?
Well, I'd like to hear more about it. So if you had makeup on, would you feel like you were fitting in more with the other girls?
Everybody wears makeup, Dad. They all wear makeup. You want me to be ugly?
Oh. So you feel pretty much on the outs because you're not wearing it? Is that what's
Of
going on?
course I do.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What's the big deal?
You know, I'd actually like for you to feel like you're a part of the group. Okay. And I have some concerns. Maybe we can talk about this. Would you like to hear what my concerns are?
Okay.
Well, I'm concerned that people might judge you if you're wearing makeup. That at your age, that people might get the idea that they would judge you in a kind of way about your character. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm 11. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you mean, my character?
Well, they might think that oh, she's really kind of sexy, or she's trying to be.
Well, Dad, everybody wants to look sexy.
Yeah. The other thing that I'm concerned about is I'm wondering if you'll get the kind of attention that you really want. How will boys react if you're wearing makeup?
Well, I hope they like me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now I have to do my own internal empathizing because, she's got all the reasons why she wants to fit in. The boys like her, and I've got to get a better handle on why I'm having a negative reaction. So I might just end the conversation there and say, you know what, I need to figure out more, why I'm not feeling like saying yes right now, and then just take my time. And then when I'm taking my time and I have to examine and maybe talk with other people, about their views on things, and then get back to her. Do you want to do that conversation, or do you, after I've taken my time, or?
Sure. Yeah. You've taken some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm planning to say no to the makeup. And when we say no and we're trying to use nonviolent communication, we want to empathize with the needs of the person. We want to explain what needs of my own get in the way of saying yes. The alternative to using that is just saying no and being kind of, tough love and, just hard. No, it's not going to be, But actually, makes it easier for parents to say no if they can do it in a compassionate way. I know it made it easier for me once I learned this. I was able to say no more often because it felt like I didn't have to pump myself up to saying no,
Demand something, yeah.
Right. So we're back to the conversation. I heard your request about wearing makeup.
Yeah.
And since you're 11, I think I've got a better idea of why I'm resistant to that, because and I would like you to fit in, and I would like you to look good, for other people, look in the way you think looks good for other people. And I'm not going to say yes at this time until you're 12. And the reason is that I think that the kinds of reactions that you might be getting from adults and other kids are the kinds that will kind of encourage that sort of seeing you as a more sexual person, and rather than seeing you. And I don't know if you understand that at this point, but there's a way that people can look at somebody that sees them more in a sexy kind of way, and I want them to see you for a little bit longer in your life. And when you're older,
So when I'm 12, I wear eye makeup? I can wear eye makeup?
Yes.
When I'm 12?
Mm-hmm.
Eyeshadow?
Well, we'll talk about the details later.
Okay.
Whoa.
Another opportunity for parents is when a pet dies, and it's an opportunity for us to use nonviolent communication. So let's take a look at that, that video about her dead turtle.
Mama, my turtle was dead. He was alive this morning.
Oh, now don't get so upset, honey. Don't cry. It's only a turtle. Stop that. I'll buy you another turtle.
I don't want another turtle.
Now you're being unreasonable.
My turtle is dead. He was alive this morning.
Oh, what a shock.
He was my friend.
A little friend can hurt.
I taught him to do tricks.
You two had fun together.
I fed him every day.
You really cared about your turtle.
Wow.
So what's going on in a parent that would want to deny those feelings, I mean, of grief? I mean, I think it's pretty universal in a way. I mean, it's a common go-to place for a parent.
Right. I think we want our child to feel better, and we just don't know how to be of support. You know, so the mom in that first role play says, well, she was trying to talk her out of it. She was saying she'd buy her another turtle. Anything to get the child to not go through that grief period. I think, once again, we need to realize that our children get disappointed. They go through grief. That's natural and human, and we need to be able to see them suffer, really. In the second half of the role play, the mother just was okay with listening to the child's upset, of empathizing with that upset, not trying to fix it, not trying to change it, and knowing perhaps that the child will go through this process and be okay.
Yeah, I noticed in the second one that the little kid, said, "Oh, I taught the turtle tricks." Like it was something that allowed her also to just go into her history with her little animal, and yeah, it was very sweet.
Yeah. When we talk in nonviolent communication, we talk about empathy as just being present to the other person's emotions, maybe reflecting the emotion if we need to, and their needs. And there are things that are not empathy, trying to talk them out of their feelings, trying to console them or distract them by, let's go get an ice cream, or, no, letting them have their feelings and being present to that.
It's a real gift. I mean, it is a really amazing gift. I anytime that I've been able to use it in my life and have it be successful, it's an opportunity to be very present in your life, and you can't be thinking of something where else but right here in the moment with the loved one. And connecting on a really deep level. It's a beautiful thing. And let's look at that last one with the little kid where she's lost something and she's being blamed for that.
Mom? Someone stole my new red pencil at school today.
Well, are you sure you didn't lose it?
I didn't. It was on my desk when I went to the bathroom.
Well, what do you expect when you leave things lying around? This isn't the first time this has happened, you know, and I have told you to keep your valuables in your desk. The trouble with you is you never listen.
Oh, leave me alone!
Hey, don't be fresh.
Mom, somebody stole my new red pencil.
Oh,
I left it on my desk when I went to the bathroom and somebody took it. That's the third time I've had my pencil ripped off. I know. From now on, when I leave the room, I'm going to hide my valuables in my desk.
I see.
Oh, that was a good solution.
Yeah.
She came to it all on her own.
She did. She, her mom listened, and then she came up with a strategy herself that would protect her pencil.
Right, and it's great. The mom was saying so much in the first scenario, and in the second one she just said, and that's, the less we do sometimes, it seems to work pretty well.
What struck me as I watched that is that, the mom's first reaction was, well, I told you before, and so it was trying to teach a lesson, right? And I had to think that the mom probably talks to herself that way.
Yeah.
That when she makes a mistake, she's like, why did I do this? And, I'm guessing that, and that's what I do. I'm sure a lot of us do that. So having a child is really a chance to reparent yourself.
That's right.
If you can find that way to listen compassionately, you're changing the circuits in your brain, and you might find yourself being more compassionate with yourself.
Let's see if we can do a really quick one on the child who doesn't want to clean their room, which is a kind of universal thing that we hadn't talked about. And
Anne, would you clean your room?
Nope.
You're not in the mood, huh?
No.
Are you wanting to have some more choice about what you'd like to do right now?
I don't know.
Does it sound to you like I'm bossing you around when I ask you to clean your room?
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
So you want to be able to run your own life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, thanks for telling me that, because I wondered what was going on. I'm hoping that you don't hear my request for you to clean up your room as me bossing you. Let me tell you why
But I don't mind it being a mess.
You don't mind it, yeah. Let me tell you why I would like it clean. Because, when I go by your room and look in, I get a kind of feeling like, oh my goodness, it makes me feel more anxious. I feel like there might be mold growing in the carpet with
Dad,
food.
just close the door. Come on, it's my mess. I like it.
Yeah. I hear that we have different standards about how clean we like things.
If you like it clean, you clean it up.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if you'd be willing to do it on some kind of basis that works for you and for me.
I don't know.
Well, what about if once a week, before you, say, take off for activities on a Saturday, what if you were able to straighten it up then?
Okay, maybe I could do that.
Okay. Well, thanks. Do you need any help with that, or would you like to do it on your own?
I want to do it on my own.
Mm-hmm. Good. Great.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. Well, I think it's always a challenge to try to get to the place where the child really feels like they do have an option, and that they can maybe, mix it up with time or something, that they can do it at a different time or do it, it's an ongoing issue, I think, in terms of just like contributing to the betterment of the household.
I think it really is ongoing, and especially, you know, I noticed in my own life, when there's a past history of me just exacting, you know, being demand, then the child always hears that demand, even if I'm trying to practice nonviolent communication or if I'm trying to be empathetic. They know that there'll be a consequence, you know, if they don't do it. I'll be unhappy with them if they don't say yes. So it's very, as you said, you know, this was kind of an easy role play. You know, the reality is that this may be an ongoing issue in which I need to continue to try to understand the child's need for autonomy. And I need to keep trying to invite the child to understand my needs for cleanliness around the house. And there is a point when I have to decide for myself, if we do have different standards, even the child shows some effort, you know, but it may not be enough effort to really please me, I need to decide, you know, am I going to get really upset and have that ruin kind of my connection to the child? Or will I do more, you know, than, quote, my share? My share is in my head. Whatever I'm thinking about is my share.
Well, I want to really thank you very much for being here today, Rick Longinotti, and also please check out findingharmony.org and NVC Santa Cruz for more information about workshops in our community, and stay tuned to moving forward. We're always open for ideas for new programming. Thank you.
Let's take the time to walk together while we have the sun. You never know when temperamental weather's gonna come. And if you want to face the death you're never that far from, just take a breath and sing to it when